guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back at you guys with Zero, episode 22 of season 2.
Only 4 episodes to go before we're done with this season.
Yeah.
Things are getting really exciting. We have, I think, 4 fights, sort of. Some with words, some with actual powers. Subaru is facing Beatrice, trying once again to have her find hope in life. Shake things up a little bit with her so she gets out of that room. Hopefully that works. We got Garfiel facing Elsa. I mean, he's a changed man, beast, both. And he's following Subaru into this. He's willing. He's got these gauntlets that should help. So we'll pray that things go well with this fight because we can't afford to lose.
We need to take her down.
Yes. We've got Emilia doing the second task
Trial,
now. Well, the second trial, yeah. And we got Ram facing Roswell because Roswell was about to bring the winter, basically. And that would bring the bunnies.
Yeah.
So he thought, he could maybe confirm that, Emilia is still on the right path. But then she confirmed that, no, Subaru was right. She's changed and she's willing to do things Subaru's way. So that doesn't go well with Roswell's plan. And he's being a bitch about it. So Ram is saying that, basically they had this deal where if things went according to the book, she had to follow Roswell, but if she could prove that the book was false, like if things don't go according to the book, he's her bitch. She basically can do whatever she wants with him. So she wants to prove to him that this book doesn't work, and it all relies on, her doing things out of the box when it comes to what he planned. And if she manages that, we could potentially get a Roswell that will help next season.
Oh, you think?
If she doesn't kill him, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, we got 4 battles going on. Let's see this episode how it goes, and we'll pray that it goes perfectly. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out. Check out our Patreon for the full reactions, and let's go.
All right. Regarding the second task for Emilia, it is harsh to think that this reality is what could have been, and she can never have that.
It plays on the regrets, basically. Yeah. It's the weakness of, if I was offered the chance to stay in a reality that is perfect, would I be strong enough to let it go, or would I be weak and want to stay in that illusion? But considering what she said in the first trial, and Echidna said it too, how the rest of the trials would probably be easy for her because she accepted Fortuna's death. She accepted what happened to Beatrice. She accepted that Archie too. She accepted that she was also to blame for the forest being frozen. And instead of lamenting on that, she decided to look to the future and see another reality, a reality in which, yes, it's true, Fortuna is not there, and Betelgeuse is probably not there, and she's lost all these people, but she's seeing a potential way for her to be happy nonetheless. One where she brings back everyone else, one where she gets to show them the world, and one where she gets to become a person that Fortuna would be very proud of. And it's that too, when you lose someone that you care about very much, and you wonder if you grow up and you wonder if that person would be proud of you today, and some people would answer that question in the negative. They'd be saying, no, I'm such a disappointment, I'm not where I should be, and that person who trusted me and had so much faith in me probably would not like where I am today. It's basically you fighting yourself, It's not the person that you loved and that died still loves you and loved you till the end, and that's not going to change. So what's left is you and your resolve. It's not about whether or not you made enough for them. It's about you believe that you made enough and you're happy with what you've done. If you want to prove something, just keep trying, never give up, and never put yourself down by thinking I'm a disappointment or anything. Keep pushing and be satisfied and be proud of the stuff, the little things that you managed to do. And then you'll know the person you lost is going to be proud.
Well,
Did not make any sense.
It is true that technically you will never know 100% if that person would have been proud of you because that person is not there anymore. So, like you said, it is true that the only obstacle that you have is yourself.
Mm.
So, if you're doing things that you know that's gonna make you proud of you achieve, good. If you know that you're doing things that you're not proud of, change that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you cannot base your action upon will that person be proud of me or not because you will never know. That person is not there anymore to say otherwise.
And in Emilia's case, it's also, you know, she was stuck in her past knowing the mistakes that she did before. And instead of, you know, never forgiving herself for those mistakes, she chose to work in order to be the person that Fortuna wanted her to be. You know, someone who never gives up. It's about believing in yourself, and it's about trying to see a future that was not necessarily meant to be your future, but still seeing a future that would make you happy nonetheless. You gotta let go of the past at one point. You don't forget it, but you forgive yourself for the mistakes you've done because they're past, and then you look forward at, you know, the actions that you can take in order to be proud of yourself and in order for the spirit and the memory left behind by your loved ones to, you know, be honored, sort of. And that's what she's doing, and which is why I'm like, I don't know which future she's about to see, but unless it's really something about the actual future and it's not linked to what happened with Fortuna or anything, it's maybe it plays on her fears of what would happen if she wasn't strong enough. As long as she keeps in mind that this is a trial, and as long as she keeps in mind that if she works hard, there's absolutely no reason for a bad future to happen, because she's got people that care for her, a new family that she's found, and people that would support her despite everything, despite the mistakes, despite the flaws. She's gonna be fine.
She got support, so she can do.
Yeah.
She can keep forward.
And that's, she did reflect on the people that died, but also the people that are now around her. You know, yes, it's true sometimes bad things happen, but we all got to take a moment to look at what our life is like today and remember that if those bad things had not happened, our present would be completely different. You know, we got to find the good side in all the tragedies. And in her case, she's definitely got to look on the, you know, good side, because otherwise,
Yeah.
like now she's, you know, and what I love is to see this reality become true for her. Like, she's always wanted to have people that care, have people that love her, have people that support her, despite the fact that she's half health, despite the fact that she reminds people of Satella and what she is, and she dealt with the judgment for so long. And it's true that the people that were in her life, Puck, also all tried to protect her from that, because she wasn't ready to face them with the strength needed to keep going through that. And I think it became a habit. You know, they started protecting her more and more, and she stopped trying to protect herself, and she stayed the victim. Whereas now, you know, Subaru did not put on any gloves last time he gave her a speech. It was all about, you know, everything that you've accomplished, it's you who've done it. It's your strength. It's not the people around you. So the people around you need to stop trying to protect you and let you deal with things on your own, because you have the strength to do that.
But when you got protected for so many years by people, you get comfortable behind
but that's why
their protection.
That's why it was so
it
hard.
It is hard to step aside of that protection and try to do your things without that safety net.
Yeah, but she's doing it now, though.
She's doing it now, but she got that huge slap in the face by Subaru to do it beforehand.
And she did let herself, you know, crumble a lot facing the trials. But it's changing, and I'm glad that at least she's getting the due rewards for her fighting back, because now she's actually proving her strength to people, and she's actually proving to them that she can be trusted, and they are supporting her. They are seeing not the little girl that's being protected by Subaru, which last season, that's all we could see. We could see a little girl hiding in a manor while Subaru was doing everything, and once she stepped out to try and help, they would still only listen to Subaru because they don't know her. They didn't know, you know, what she was doing here or who she was. Now it's changed, and they're supporting her for her, not for someone else's accomplishment, or not because, you know, oh, she's technically in a royal selection, so we should, like or no. It's because of what she did and what she's willing to do to save them.
I'll be honest with you, since that moment where she changed and decided to keep moving forward and keep trying again and try to be the better version of herself, I do appreciate the character more and more.
I do appreciate her more too.
I do have some sort of a distaste for character who keep whining all the time or just
She didn't
cry.
whine all the time, but she wasn't fighting for herself. She was sort of weak because it's always Subaru who had to come and save her. So she lacked a strength that we could support. We're kind of like the villagers in that way. Like we didn't see anything worth supporting or cheering on before, but now that she's actually
showing that she's willing to keep trying over and over again for their sake, for everyone's sake and safety, they're behind her and they're gonna support her and wait for her to succeed.
Which makes me really happy because, like I said, she deserves that. She's been alone way too long, and finally it's changing. So you got that, and I'm ready for that last trial to happen and be done with, so we can get out of the sanctuary. I love that they stayed. Everyone stayed to just witness this moment because it's her moment, and she deserves to have people around to see it happen. So,
before we change to Subaru's and the guys at the mansions, I just want to go back really quick with Echidna and Emilia's.
Yeah,
Why do you think that she distasts her?
Oh, she probably has her own regrets. The thing is, she dislikes her. Okay, the thing is, Roswell has said that her being a half-elf and stuff, she's kind of cursed and she's bound to go down the same path as Satella. People call her witch's daughter. Maybe fate had, in store for her a dark future where she would lose herself, kind of like Satella did. In any case, now she's facing that fate, and she's fighting back, and she's facing her past and fighting back that too, and she's showing a strength that honestly we never would have expected from her. And Echidna, who's a witch, she was also scorned. She was probably also judged for what she was, and now she's been set to the side in that other world where she's dead. And all she has left are her regrets, what she did wrong, what she did not wrong. Like, every time we look at Echidna, we see an evil person who's manipulating people, but we've rarely, if ever, saw, who she was deep down, what she was truly thinking, if she ever, loved anyone, if she ever had regrets for anything. I think that she's jealous of Emilia's strength and how she manages to defy her fate. And how she manages to face her past and move on beyond the regrets and the emotions. For sure, if Echidna cared about people in her life, Roswell, Beatrice, if she even cared about Ryuzu, for sure she would have regrets about what happened when the sanctuary was created. A lot of people fought for her, and maybe she manipulated a few of them. Like, we talked about that 2 episodes ago, or last episode?
Last episode.
And we talked about how to get what she wants, like maybe she has been manipulating them behind the scenes for a while, but maybe she grew to care about these people, and maybe the decisions that they made, which were driven by their hearts and their spirits and stuff, surprised her, and she ended up alone with her regrets, watching the people that she cared about suffer because of plans that she put in place.
Maybe.
Who's to say that she doesn't have a ton of stuff in her past that she cannot face herself?
I do believe that.
So I think that's what happened.
Believe. But maybe
it might make any sense.
Maybe we will know by the end of season 2. Maybe we will not know by the end of season 2.
Well, 3 episodes to go.
All right.
She's not gonna disappear after this, probably, though.
I hope not. She might be a mean beach. Bitch sometimes, but she's nice. Well, she's a fine character.
Well, we talked about how witches are, human beings who are overtaken by their sins.
Yeah.
The greed in her is the character we saw from the flashbacks with Roswell, where we don't see her eyes, and it looks like she's manipulating them. It looks like she's not genuine, and it's weird that we don't get to see her eyes. Eyes are a mirror to the soul. So maybe by that time, her the sin had overtaken her. Maybe by that time it's the greed that was driving her and her passions. But once she's in that world, kind of like Satella, the human side of her can resurface a little bit more.
Maybe.
In that case, she's still just a human with a witch factor, which the power of the witch of greed, basically. But there's still a human behind it.
Okay.
Anyway, these are just speculations. We're just assuming, but yeah, that's Echidna and why we think she cried in that scene.
Now the mention.
Well, there's not much to say in the mention. Beatrice is being,
Beatrice. She's
got
Beatrice.
Yeah, but she's got 400 years of trauma and trying to believe that this truth was the truth, that Echidna did not lie or manipulate her.
She's also stubborn and she doesn't want to hear what other people have to say. If
it's
those
400 years
doesn't go with what she thinks. So.
It's 400 years of believing that this was the truth. And now Subaru comes in and he's asking her to not only break the contract, but, change her views on Echidna and change basically the reality that she made up for herself, because that's all she had left. That's going to be a lot for her. That's asking a lot for her. So we have to give her some time. Aside from that, we need someone to save us from that mud beast, so maybe she will come out.
I hope she will, because we're in deep shit right now.
She did before. Hopefully she doesn't die trying this time. But and the siblings are doing fine, so I have faith in them so far. We'll just wait and see how the fight keeps going. I don't think I think Frederica will be fine right now. She's facing, yes, it's true, she is facing an assassin, but still.
Now she gotta feel like to go back for.
Well, I feel like Elsa is the bigger threat, and I feel that fighting my beast is one thing, but she can handle that. So I'm fine with that. I think she'll be okay. As for Garfield, I'm a bit scared, but he's doing good so far. So yeah, I'm excited for the next episode. And Ram is also fighting with Puck and Roswell, and it seems to be doing well. So we have something going on there as well. Okay. Do you want to talk about something else? Or?
Yeah, I think we pretty much talk about everything.
Yeah, our English today is messed up, so I don't even know if we made any sense, but...
We're a bit tired, if you didn't notice.
Yes, the thoughts are jumbled. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. The link is in the description below.
Yeah, and if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube next week, guys. So, we're gonna see you then.
Bye!
Bye, guys.